Aura, this is Arun Jacob, your friendly and frank licensed New Zealand immigration advisor as well as education advisor. As always, coming live like every Tuesday from my office here in the city of Hamilton in New Zealand. And for those of you who follow my work and of my wonderful team, we are a bunch of professionals who are spread across New Zealand and India, and we are engaged in the activity of promoting New Zealand as a destination to deserving people from different parts of the world who want to come here to this beautiful country we call the land of the long white cloud, or Aotearoa, and want to come here to either study and gain a good international experience, or want to go on and explore the possibility of living here permanently, because New Zealand has got a requirement to attract good quality skilled migrants from different parts of the world. And yep, this is an open invitation from the government of New Zealand, saying that if you have these skills that we are looking for, then you're welcome to make an application and check to see whether you have all the attributes that are required for you to become a resident of New Zealand or to become an international student in New Zealand. So that's the way it works. And what has the government done as well to ensure that there is good, honest, authentic information being provided to prospective people like all of you? They have created something called licensed immigration advisors. There you go. That's my license right there, and that's the license that I could procure after doing a course of study. I had to study immigration law of New Zealand, and of course, commit myself pretty much to that. Yeah, it was a pretty full-on course. It wasn't very easy for someone like me to get back to studies after like almost a decade or so. But hey, look, I managed to do that. I'm just spending a little time to let ensure that my team will be able to share this live feed on their Facebook IDs as well. And as always, my wonderful team is also supporting me from different places across New Zealand and India, and they will keep pinging me on Skype here on my phone, so that I'm able to kind of customize and tailor make my answers to queries, especially coming from AJV students and clients. So what has been happening in my life since last Tuesday? Not a lot, except that if I look a little tired, yes, I am. It is the season of IPL, and being in New Zealand has got its advantages, but there are also certain disadvantages, which is that we guys wake up first in the world. Actually, I think New Zealand should actually be called the land of the rising sun, because I think we are actually even ahead of Japan in terms of getting to see the sunrise. And while it is a good thing to be the first people to wake up in the world, it also becomes challenging to catch sporting events and other events that happen in different parts of the world at a later stage in the day for them, which means it is very, very late night or very, very early morning for us here in New Zealand. So, yeah, I mean, being an avid cricket fan and follower, and also having played some serious cricket myself in my younger days, can't do much but sit up and watch the IPL matches, which actually go until about 4 in the morning for us here in New Zealand. I mean, not even it's not like it stops at 4. They'll actually go until almost 6 in the morning. But I normally tend to somehow switch off the TV at about 4 and try and get some sleep. All right, because I also need to get up and go get my kids from school as well. And then, hey, look, I need to come back to work again. Okay, right. Let's see if there are any questions here. And I can see a lot of people have joined in. Hello, Saujanya. Saujanya is one of our valuable clients who also lives in New Zealand. She's already here. Hi, Saujanya. I can see a lot of my team members have joined in, which is very cool. Kiran Lal says, hello, Arun. I hope you remember me. Yeah, Kiran, definitely rings a bell. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, do remember you. Hope you have been doing well. And yeah, there is a question from Ramya Sharma. says why New Zealand immigration is taking longer time for approval of a visa. Ramya, I actually explained this at length in my last live session. This is the 45th time I'm going live, guys and girls, and I go live on Facebook as well as on YouTube. And so if you go to YouTube or just come to our page on Facebook called AJV Global, you will see all my live sessions as well as my colleague and fellow licensed immigration advisor Mary. So we guys both go live. So the last one, which is number 44, I actually elaborately answered it. The short, simple answer to that is that New Zealand immigration has been going through a bit of restructuring, because of which there have been delays. And also, my team suggests to me, Ramya, that you're not somebody who has applied through AJV. So, unfortunately, we may not be able to do anything about it. For our students who have applied, for a visa, in fact, just last week we actually escalated our concern that it's taking way too long for us to get our visa. So we escalated it to a very, very senior immigration officer who has told us that he will definitely look into it and have his team follow up on it. But I mean, obviously, because you did not apply through us, Ramya, we may not be able to do anything at this point. But if you're somebody who is yet to apply, then I would strongly recommend that you need to get in touch with us and take advantage of the fact that AJV is a team which has got three licensed immigration advisors. We have about five or six ex-immigration officers of New Zealand who used to work for Immigration New Zealand, who are now part of our team. And then, of course, we have a bunch of other professionals as well, who are all very, very well versed with the admission and the visa process for New Zealand. And I think what sets us really apart is the fact that we are not only doing the admission and visa like a lot of other companies do. But what we do is we are also providing a lot of onshore support after you guys come here. In fact, last Saturday, myself and Mary, my colleague, who also lives in Hamilton, we both drove to Auckland and we hosted a dinner for some of our students who have come to New Zealand recently. About 12 or 13 of them turned up for that get together. It was awesome, and we love to take them to a place which serves a fantastic buffet so that they can eat to their heart's content. Some of them are probably missing their home food and also beginning to count the dollars and not wanting to spend too much. So we actually go and host these dinners and get to meet them, give them some confidence, help them to network with each other. So hey, look, all you guys and girls who are listening to me about how we are different and how we are kind of supporting our students. I think that's really what sets us apart, is the fact that we are actually committed to you, not just during your admission and visa process, but we kind of walk the journey along with you throughout. And as I keep saying, one of my cliched statements every time I come live on on one of these broadcasts is that the real drama for you guys and girls will start after you land in New Zealand and not before you come to New Zealand. Because once you get your admission visa and you think, oh, I'm gonna get on a plane, take that selfie and put it on Facebook and say, hey, I'm off to New Zealand, flying from Mumbai to Auckland. You put all that stuff, and but then trust me, the drama starts after you land here. And that's why you require somebody here locally present as your advisors, as your friends, as your networking people, so that you get that extra support after you reach here. All right, cool. Moving on, Damsara Ratnaike seems to have written a very long query, but I'm going to read it anyway. Hey, what's the better master's course when planning to settle in New Zealand? Global Management in Victoria University, Business Sustainability in Otago, Civilization and Entrepreneurship in Auckland University. Hey, look, all of them seem like you have not mentioned them, Sarah, whether you're working with us or in touch with one of my colleagues who is education advisor. But I think they are very cool courses that you have picked up. Global Management in Victoria University sounds like a fantastic course to do. Victoria is a very good university, and I just got confirmation, Damsara, that you're actually in touch with my colleague Catherine. So thanks for that. Appreciate you getting in touch with AGV. So yeah, business sustainability in Otago University also sounds very good. I think did I actually answer this last time, because it rings a bell for me actually. But yeah, business sustainability sounds very good because a lot of businesses do not actually plan for sustainability. I mean, they set up, for instance, AJV itself has been up and running as a concern for some time now, but as a sustainability factor, the sustainability model, it'll be great to have certain experts come into that. And civilization and entrepreneurship in Oakland University sounds a bit more vague because civilization and entrepreneurship sounds a bit more vague. So if I had to pick and choose, Damsara, I would probably, uh, give the same ranking as what you have chosen first to that global management and Victoria University, because we are increasingly living in a globalized economy, in a globalized sort of environment. So I think that might be a much better option. Business sustainability sounds very good as well. Again, a fantastic university, Otago, our oldest university in New Zealand. So absolutely a good call. The third one, civilization entrepreneurship, sounds slightly vague to me. So I would say make that your third option. But what I would like you to do, Damsara, is please go ahead and send your documents to Catherine because she's waiting to receive your documents. And that's the confirmation I got from my team. So please go ahead and send these documents because the faster we get your documents, the faster we can send them across to these universities. And if there are certain issues in terms of admission or there is no match between your background and the course you're applying for, we can kind of sort them out at this stage itself and quickly get that offer letter into your hand so that you can get on with the rest of your, process, especially the visa process, which does take a little bit of time. All right. So just, Damsara, I would request you personally today in the session to please send those documents in the next 1 hour to Catherine, and we will take it forward from there. All right. Okay. And hey, look forward to working with you and seeing you here in New Zealand. We are very privileged to already have a beautiful bunch of Sri Lankan clients, and it's been an absolute delight to work with our Sri Lankan clients as well as our Nepali clients, our Indian clients, our Pakistani clients, our Bangladeshi clients, our Brazilian clients, our Chinese clients, our Singaporean clients, our Middle East clients. AJV is truly a global company now, and by virtue of the fact that we're based in New Zealand, I mean, people just look at us as that Kiwi company who can help them while they are in their country and also once they come into New Zealand. So yeah, absolutely go for it, guys. Reach out to us, and the best way to reach out is that I'm getting smarter nowadays and making those little boards so that I don't have to keep on calling out those numbers or their email addresses. So, hey, look, that's what you've got to do. You just gotta pick up your phone if you're based in India, which is where the majority of our clients are coming from at the moment. So we've set up a toll-free number for people from India. But if you're not from India, just send us an email to info@ajvglobal.com. Or if you're already in New Zealand and you are looking for some local advice about further visas, just call Mary on that local number here in New Zealand. And she's my senior colleague and as well as a licensed immigration advisor like myself, and she'll be able to ascertain what exactly is it that we can do for you. All right, cool, sounds good, guys. Next, Jay Srivastava. Hi, Arun. How are you? Hope to meet you soon. Hey, Jay, I'm doing well, buddy. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well as well, and I hope to meet you guys as well. I love meeting our students and clients, and as I keep getting older, all you guys and girls keep me, thinking younger. So, thank you so much for being my motivation to keep up my energy and my spirits up, so that when we guys meet, I will be able to, sit there and talk as one of you, and not some fuddy-duddy, old guy sitting with a tie and trying to give unnecessary advice. So yeah, I love working with all you guys and girls, and kind of being part of your journey, just like the rest of my team. It's been wonderful for us as well as an experience. Okay, cool. Ramya Sharma says, I have applied myself. Hey, Ramya, I think you need to get in touch with us because if you've done this all by yourself, there's still no reason why you should not get some expert advice. Like I told you, we are a super solid team at this point in time. So, hey, look, team, if you guys are watching, please get in touch with Ramya and see if we can assist her, depending on which stage of the application process she is in. All right, cool. Next question is from Gaurav Garg. Hello, sir. Which is the specialization and applied management course on behalf of jobs and PR? like sales and marketing or management for level 7 in Weltec College or Fitaraya. Okay, Gaurav, I got a message from my team, Gaurav, that you have took all the information from my colleague Mariam, and then later your message saying that you have dropped the plan. So, Gaurav, I would love to answer your question, but like I said, this forum is essentially meant for our students who would go on to become AJV clients and AJV students. So, I mean, I can absolutely answer your question in an elaborate fashion, but I can't be wasting my time and effort when we don't know whether you guys are sure or not about working with us. Because hey, look, at the end of the day, we are a business. We are not a charity. This is not a free service where I sit week after week or my colleague Mary sits. But I mean, so let's have that courtesy of working with each other in a good professional manner. So Gaurav, you've already engaged with my colleague Mariam, and if you want us to go ahead and work with you, kindly revert back to Mariam and tell her saying, hey, look, I am keen to go ahead with this. I have not dropped my plan, and I would like to go ahead. And you know what? If you really want me to answer your query, once you confirm to Mariam and tell her, hey, look, here are my documents, start the process, and it's a free process, guys. We don't charge anything from you when you start send us your documents. So really, you shouldn't be holding back so much, to be honest. Send us your documents and say get started, and I promise you I will specifically make another video only to answer your question. Or better still, I'll just pick up my phone and I'll give you a call in India and we'll have a nice chat. I can call you and give you a personal one-on-one answer. All right, how about that? That's the deal, Gaurav. So go ahead and send your documents in the next 1 hour to Mariam, and we will take it forward from there. All right, cool. Moving on. So, guys, that's the thing. All right. So it'll be really nice if you can kind of, reciprocate what we're doing, because, a lot of people write to us saying, hey, look, we love the information you provide, but, vice versa. It'll be nice if you guys also share your contact details with us so that we can get in touch. And like I keep saying, this is another one of my cliched statements in each and every live session that I go. We are not bloodsuckers or leeches who will gonna kind of latch on to you and say, oh, you've given us your number, now we're gonna hound you to death till you go to New Zealand. Absolutely not. All right, so because we get like hundreds and thousands of inquiries from everywhere across the world. And as a honest, responsible, transparent New Zealand promotion company or agency, we will provide you with all that honest, transparent, open information. And what you do with it is your call. And if you do take that information and come back to us and say, hey, look, guys, that was fantastic information, I'd like to go ahead with it, then we'll continue to provide us with our ongoing advice and services. But like I said, we're never going to force anything down your throat. So I mean, just take it easy, just share your documents, whatever. Even after you get your offer letter, if you say, hey, look, my plans have changed, so be it. We will remain good friends and just share my videos and like us on Facebook, and that's probably what I'd expect in return. All right, cool. Next question is from Nilima Mungali, uh, who has asked a question on YouTube. Hey guys, by the way, this is going live on YouTube as well, so just keep an eye out there as well. Hello, sir. I'm already in contact with your team for student partner work visa. I'm instrumentation engineer by profession. Excuse me. Having around 8 years work experience. I want to understand the scope of same in New Zealand. Okay, Nilima, you say you're already in touch with our team for student partner work visa, which is good. I mean, obviously, it looks like you've got your student visa through somebody, but you came to us for partner work visa, which, by the way, to everybody who's watching this right now, we are very, very good in doing those spouse work visas for international students. So if some of you are, in fact, some of our team members were actually ex-immigration officers who specifically handle these kind of applications. So our expertise and understanding of these kind of applications is very high. So if somebody of you out there who are watching my broadcast right now and who are still waiting for your partners to come and join you here in New Zealand and you want professional help, please get in touch with us. And we would love to just send us an email to immigrationadvisor@ajvglobal.com and we will take it from there. And yeah, hey, look, that's really one of our core strengths. So it'll be good. But coming to your question, Nilima, As instrumentation engineer and 8 years of work experience sounds fantastic to me because engineering is in our long-term skill shortage list at the moment, and we require engineers of all sorts, not just instrumentation, but we're looking at mechanical, chemical, you name it, where every kind of engineer, civil engineers, and instrumentation, of course, is such a specialized area of engineering as well. So I do believe your scope will be good, and also because you're coming into New Zealand where there is a skill shortage in this particular area. And I don't know what level of course you're coming for, but if you do get your 3 years post-study work visa, I think, yeah, you absolutely have it made, Dilima. All right. So, yeah, cool. As an AJV client, of course, you'll have the privilege of getting in touch with us and talking to us after you come here, and we'd be more than happy to, provide more services and advice to you. We have one senior ex-immigration officer based here in New Zealand, whose designation in our company is called customer service manager. So what Virginia does is that she actually is your point of contact for all AJV clients to ensure that your network, a bit of moral support, a little bit of connecting you with other people, so that it kind of eases your pathway in towards employments and future visas and stuff like that. And of course, Virginia, by virtue of the fact that she does not have a license, cannot deal with immigration matters. But if any immigration matters crop up and you require further visas, then myself or Mary or Gisela, who is our other licensed immigration advisor, we will get into the act and get it done for you guys. All right. So we're pretty much end to end, from the time you inquire till the time that you reach your residency. I mean, it's kind of very cool. In fact, today I got a call from one of my clients and a good friend who comes practically every live session. I'm sure he's somewhere there at the bottom. I haven't scrolled down yet. Called O'Neill. He just got us a residency for himself and his wonderful family. And yeah, I mean, that's the kind of the succession we like to see with all our clients. All right, from inquiry to your residency. And there's something else I want to show you guys. After residency comes your permanent residency, and after permanent residency comes your citizenship, and that's how a certificate of New Zealand citizenship looks like. I was going through some old documents here in my office today, and I found this document, and I thought I'll actually show it to you guys. So that's actually one of my daughters, but yeah, that's how New Zealand citizenship certificate looks like, and that's what the guys are all aspiring for eventually, right? To become members of, to become citizens of New Zealand and call yourself Kiwis. I think that's what you're looking for. So yeah, that's what you'll get. Talk to us, and we will get you there eventually, one step at a time. All right. Okay, guys, that's cool. I kept it there because I wanted to share it with you guys today. Andrew Storms, sir, how is your opinion about hospitality and tourism in New Zealand? 2-year program and PR. Right, Andrews. I also have confirmation from my team that you're working with us and that you have applied for to come to New Zealand in for AMJ, which is April, May, June intake, and that you are currently awaiting an offer from New Zealand Management Academies, which is, by the way, a very, very good school. So what is the scope, Andrews? Good scope. As again, this is something I keep saying over and over again. Some of you guys who follow my work probably can do these live sessions now, because there are certain things I do keep repeating over and over again. And one of the things about New Zealand is the fact that tourism is our largest industry. We have millions and millions of tourists from different parts of the world coming into this beautiful country, because it is considered absolutely unique as one of those places you must see, on earth, and it's like on the bucket list of millions of people to be able to come to New Zealand. So, because we have such a large tourism industry, the subsequent requirement for hospitality professionals and tourism professionals would be, proportionally high as well. So, sure, purely by virtue of the fact that we are such a strong tourism orientated country, your choice for hospitality and tourism is good in New Zealand. And that gentleman I just spoke about, one of my clients, also is from a hospitality background, and it might take a while to get there, but you will eventually get those breaks for sure. And if you're going for a 2-year program, that is fantastic. So obviously you will get your better grounding and understanding as against a 1 year program. So that's good. NZMA is a very, very good institution. I actually knew the people who started this organization called NZMA. I actually hosted that gentleman Tim and his family when they visited India. Now, of course, it's been sold to a much larger group of people. So, hey, look, overall, I think you're doing well, Andrews, with all your choices and your decisions. And bottom line, you're also an AGV client, so we will absolutely stand by you and ensure that things go well for you. All right, thanks, Andrews, for choosing to work with us. Really, really appreciate that. Okay, cool. Next question is from Sanjo Vincent. Hi, sir. What about the chances to get PR after Masters in IT? Now I am 33. Is this age is a problem in there? What about PhD in there? Okay. Why is 33 a problem, Sanjo? I mean, number one, you make it sound like 33 is like some kind of end of life age. I'm 50, by the way. And I think, at 50, you can still be up and running and doing a lot of things and still there's an interesting movie that always inspires me. It's called, if I mean, just as a bit of trivia, everybody who's concerned about their age and wondering, oh, am I already getting old because I've hit my 30s or 40s? Please watch this movie called The Founder. It is about Ray Kroc, the person who kind of took the first McDonald's franchise from the McDonald brothers, and then he went on to create probably one of the largest brands this world has ever known, which is McDonald's. So, and at what age did Ray Kroc start this whole venture? At 52. So he is personally a huge inspiration to me because I'm 50 at the moment, and I'm kind of also, trying to build this organization and make it into the greatest New Zealand education and migration company ever. So I have my own aspirations along with my wonderful team. So yeah, for 30 is not an age where you should be even thinking, is it the right age? Of course it is the right age. 33 is like you're like a little baby, really, just getting started with life. But so yeah, it's a good age to consider. I think that's the best age. And also from a migration perspective, we want people who are in their 20s and 30s, because that's also where you get the maximum number of points for your age as well. So definitely, it's not a problem. And I know my team has just told me, Sanjo, that you've applied for Master's in Applied Information Technology from Wintech. Fantastic institution, about 20 minutes from there. It's in the same city where I'm sitting and doing this live broadcast right now. So yeah, I mean, all things put together, I think it's a good choice. And what are your chances after to get PR after Masters in IT? Will be very good, because obviously information technology is in our long-term skill shortage area, and we require people, especially if you're going to come into a master's, you're going to get a 3 years post-study work visa. So you will get out into the job market and look for jobs. Like I told you, it's in the long-term skill shortage area. So plenty of openings in the information technology area. So hey, look, everything looks good. And don't confuse yourself with too many questions at this thing about PhD and masters and all that stuff. I would say stick to your masters, because a PhD is a different kettle of fish altogether. It's a different thing altogether. So you gotta make a, and at 30, you gotta make up your mind whether you want to do a PhD, which is a bit more academic. But just from your question, it appears you may not be very keenly looking at a PhD, other than just being curious about it. I would suggest stick to your masters, the 1 year course, get your 3 year post study work visa, get into a job, get your residency, and at that point, after you get some more experience, and if your heart still desires that you need to do a PhD, I think you should go for it, because you're still relatively young. So you can do a PhD even much later, into your late 30s or whenever time, once you've settled down a little bit. That would be my suggestion. Unless and until you are truly, genuinely interested in a PhD, then talk to my team, and we will also see if we can help you. But just looking at the way you've structured your question, it does not look like you're a very keen PhD student, but you're just asking out of curiosity. All right, cool. All right, what are we doing next? Vishal Bhosle. If after my master's in business administration, I do not get a relevant job and continue doing my regular job, will I be able to get a PR? Most likely no, because the word relevant is something that you've used in a very relevant manner. So yeah, Absolutely, there's got to be a connect between what you have completed as a course or what your past qualification is. And Vishal, you have not mentioned whether you're already in New Zealand and what your status is, but the simple answer is relevancy has to be there. Otherwise, an immigration officer is more than likely not going to look at that resident visa application. So if you're based in New Zealand and you're looking for further immigration advice, then all you got to do is get in touch with us. Call if you're already in New Zealand, just call that number in red at the bottom 0226052615, or just email your CV to immigration advisor at ajvglobal.com, and we'll pick it up. Maybe it comes to Marian and she'll have a chat with me or Gisela, and then we guys will come back and talk to you about it. All right, cool. All right, Sonia Hossein. Hello, sir. I have been messaging you on your FB. Hi, Sonia. I get a lot of messages on FB, on YouTube, on emails, on my phone, and on my emails. And I get a lot of messages. My apologies if sometimes I miss some of them. I try and stay on top of it as much as I can, but sometimes I do tend to miss a few of them. My apologies. If you can post your question here, I will try and answer it. All right, cool. Haidar Khan, hello, bro. I would like to go for a week. Hello, bro. You would like to go for a week where? Frene Gilbert, question is on. I'm looking to see if my team. Excuse me. Frene Gilbert, question is on behalf. If someone from New Zealand wants to be a sponsor, can that person show funds that were transferred by someone overseas? Oh, Frene, it's a very complicated question because I mean, there's just too much more, a lot of other detail that I would require to be able to answer that. I mean, for what kind of a visa? Is it for a student visa, a visitor visa, work visa? You're not mentioned for what particular visa that you are asking that question. And again, you're saying somebody overseas, so we've got to find out what is the relationship. So it's quite a complex question. It looks simple, but it is not. May I strongly recommend that you get in touch with Mary on that number, 022605 and give her a call and have a discussion and share some more details, and then we'll be able to answer that question. All right. Technically, it is probable, it is possible to be able to show sponsors who are already in New Zealand. But like I said, we need more detail, and it will not be proper and for me to be giving you some advice without knowing what is the exact situation and scenario from your side. All right, cool. Okay, man and toe. I'm from Tamil Nadu. Sir, now someone giving ad for fruit picking job in New Zealand for 2-year contract. This is true or not? How to check? Please tell. Hey guys, don't fall for nonsense like that. I mean, it is not something that is legitimate. Fruit picking and all those kinds of ads are just people who are trying to cheat you and take your hard-earned money. So please don't fall for things like that, guys. All right. If you want good, honest information, you've got to get in touch with a good professional company based in New Zealand and with licensed immigration advisors and a certain amount of responsibility and a commitment to our clients. Get in touch with us, but don't fall for all that nonsense like fruit picking jobs in New Zealand. They're not true. They're not correct. They're just trying to fool you and take your money. All right. Question from Sandeep Krishnan. I'm quickly checking to see if there is any input from my team. Sandeep Krishnan says, hi, sir. What about manufacturing management after mechanical and toy or homo? I'm not sure what your question really is. It's saying, what about manufacturing management after mechanical and toy? I don't know. I mean, are you already doing a course in toy or homo in mechanical? Excuse me. And are you then planning to go for manufacturing management? Your question is not very clear, Sandeep. If you can elaborate it, perhaps I'll be able to answer. But bottom line, mechanical is again an engineering skill, and as I've been saying, engineering is in our long-term skill shortage area. So the choice of the course, of course, is good, but your question is not very clearly formed, so, which is why I'm not able to provide a very elaborate answer. But so if you could reframe it, it'll be nice. All right. Vivek Anandan. Okay, Vivekanandan is. Mhm. Vivek, I got a feedback from my team as well that you are definitely working with us. Thanks for that. And thanks also for confirming, saying, hi, sir, I'm an AGV student. I want to ask you about the taxes in New Zealand. Tell me about taxes. I mean, I struggle to, yeah, keep paying those taxes. Yeah. I'm getting an educational loan. So, in order to repay the loan, is there any limitations that you can't transfer more than 1,000 New Zealand dollars per month, or you can send only up to 50% or 75% of your earnings back to your home country? No, absolutely nothing of those conditions, Vivek, as long as you have, earned your money and paid your taxes on the earnings in New Zealand. What you do with your, post-tax paid money is your business. The government has got no business to stop you and say we can only send 50% of it overseas. Or now, absolutely not. You can go ahead and apply with confidence. Come to New Zealand. Please do not focus on working while you're studying. That's something I will be very upset about if you try to do. I know you have the pressure of having a loan on your head, but that does not mean that you begin to work full time while you're still a student. Please do not do that. Just stick to your 20 hours or whatever number of hours is permitted. Just stick to that. Complete your course, get your post study work visa, and then you go work full time, earn your money, pay your taxes, and after you pay your taxes, whatever is left in the bank, if you want to send the whole thing back to India, I don't think there's a problem with that. All right, but no working full time when you're still doing your studies, because later the government will catch you saying, hey, buddy, you were not supposed to do more than 20 hours. How come you worked 30 hours or 40 hours? And then they can cut your further visas and say, sorry, you breached your conditions. So that's the reason I'm kind of giving you a forewarning, not just you, but everybody else who is listening in onto this at the moment. Okay, next one is Sunil Sedai. How hard to get essential skill visa? Well, I mean, you've got to get a job offer from somebody, and then if that job is from employer in New Zealand who is able to sustain that employment, and if it is not in the long-term skill shortage list, then they also need to prove why they're hiring somebody who is not a New Zealand citizen or resident. And so there are certain shenanigans about how we can get an essential skills work visa. So not sure why you are asking that question. Do you already have a job offer? If you already have a job offer, then I would strongly recommend that you email that job offer to immigration advisor at ajvglobal.com, and my colleague or I or one of us will take a look and tell you whether you can apply for it. Essential skills work visa. But hey, look, like I told you, what you've got to be doing is to get a job offer. If you already have one, share it with us, and we'll take a look and tell you what you got to do. Okay, Sonia's come back and asked a question. I want to do LLM. Can you advise me on that? I have a LLB from UK Newcastle. Hey, Sonia, thanks for sharing that information. Sorry, like I said, I know if I missed your earlier messages in my inbox. Like I said, I get too many of them sometimes, and sometimes they do tend to skip. Hey, look, warm welcome to come and do your masters in law in New Zealand. Strongly recommend the Victoria University at Wellington, which is one of our premier universities for legal studies. And you already have a lovely background. You already have a LLB from UK Newcastle, which is fantastic. And yeah, we would love to have you come here to New Zealand and do a LLM at Victoria. And I think if you already had some prior experience in the UK, and now you're planning to come to New Zealand, which by the way is very similar in the way UK and New Zealand work. So there'll be a good, nice progression for you as well. I mean, we are probably a bit more friendlier and a bit more relaxed than UK, so that's another added advantage for you. Very, welcoming and friendly people. So, hey, look, absolutely delighted to help you to get into your LLM, especially at Victoria University at Wellington. So, we would love to work with you. So, please, when my team gets back in touch with you, kindly share your documents with them, and we will take it forward from there. All right. Thanks, Sonia, for reaching out. Ruben J saying, hi, sir. I have applied and got an offer from the University of Waikato for Master of Business and Management course for my wife through AJV. Is medical and education for children free in New Zealand? All right. So The way that works, Ruben, and Ruben, I think I also got some feedback about you. Uh, from my team. And yeah, they confirmed that your wife has been speaking to my colleague Catherine, and that you're looking at coming early 2020, which is great. So the way that it works, Ruben, is that if your wife is coming for masters in business and management, you would then come on your spouse work visa. As long as one of the parents is on the work visa, the kids will be eligible for free education in New Zealand. And yeah, so medical depends on the duration of your work visa. So in the first year, when you're still only on a 1 year work visa, more than likely the medical will not apply, the medical benefits, I mean. But education for sure, no problem about that. You should be able to get your kids into school in New Zealand, and you'll be charged only domestic fees. And if you're going to a state school, it's really, really low. So it's practically free of cost. But medical, I think at the first year, you will need to come with medical insurance to cover it. But after your wife completes the course and she gets her 3 year post-study work visa, and then by virtue of the fact that you're independent, you also get your 3 years, work visa, because your wife now has got 3 years post-study. You'll also, and that's when you guys would also be eligible to get the medical benefits as well. So that's the way it works, Ruben. So hey, look, thanks for working with us, and we will absolutely be there to guide you and support you at each and every step in your journey. And this whole migration thing is, it's all about advice, guys. You need to constantly have somebody giving you advice, because it's a tricky journey. It is not an easy journey. It's quite tricky. Policies keep changing, things keep changing. Now governments keep changing, regions keep changing their policies. That's where you require somebody like us who can sit and interpret the law and tell you and say, hey, look, this is what's going to happen. And that's the advantage all our AJV students have and the clients have, which is they can pick up the phone and give me a call, or they can pick up the phone and give Mary a call, or Gisela a call, or Virginia a call, or one of us. And we're always there constantly interpreting the law and telling you the way it will help you guys and your families to kind of keep moving forward. So that's your big, massive advantage working with AJV. And that's the reason I keep telling you, come on, you got to be smart enough to know what is good for you when you look at somebody like us and our team. So yeah, if you guys are really smart and and you know what's good for you, and you're keen about creating a good future in New Zealand, you'll need to talk to AJV, because we are the people who will walk with you and make this thing happen for you. All right, cool. Kevin Korean. Okay. I got an update, Kevin, as well from my team, from my colleague Navya, who says that they're still awaiting offer from ARA. But let me read your question anyway. Hi, Aaron. I have submitted my application for 2 courses in ARA Christchurch. However, I have not received an offer letter from them yet. It has been 3 months since I have applied. AJV associate Grace and myself are trying our level best to resolve the issue. However, we are not being provided with favorable response. Could you please look into the issue and do your best to resolve the same? The time frame is now very less to process the visa for July, since I do not have an offer letter in hand. I am right now not able to move forward a bit. Your help will be highly appreciated. Hey, look, Kevin, I completely understand. And yeah, it's not a good thing that you've been waiting for such a long time. Normally, ARA is pretty quick, but I think in the last few weeks we've had some problems, and that is because the not just ARA, but a few other institutions have also been telling us that they were still busy with the February intake, because of which they were kind of still caught up with that. But really, that's a not a good enough excuse to hold on to. So you know what, we will definitely. Um, uh, the update from my colleague Navya, who is one of our team leaders, is that your application is under assessment, and that they will come back with an update very soon, Kevin. But in the meantime, locally here as well, we will give a call to ARA on your behalf and check with them and see. So, hey, Mary, if you're listening in, please pick up the phone and give them a call tomorrow, and try to find out what exactly is the situation with these guys, with this particular application from Kevin, from the ARA guys, and as well as not just Kevin, but any other pending offers. Please, let's put some pressure on them and try and get it out from them. All right. Hey, Kevin, thanks for being patient. I completely understand that, if you get your offer letter, then the rest of the things will follow. But we will push it and get it done for you. All right. Thanks, Kevin. Nilesh M says, I contacted you 2 or 3 times, but I did not get anything back from so far. I'm located in Hamilton. Do you take applications from Hamilton or not? Nilesh, I'm sorry, but I really don't know where and how you reached out to me. Like I told you, I get a lot of messages and from different sources, Facebook, YouTube, emails, texts, phone calls, sometimes even physical letters. People actually write a letter and post it, and it comes to our address. So my apologies if you were not able to get in touch with me. But what I would like you to do is please send a text or call that number there. Yeah, that one there. Yeah, there you go. So that's Mary. Mary is my colleague, and Mary is also based here in Hamilton, and she is also a licensed immigration advisor like myself, my senior colleague. So please give her a call, and because as a part of our process here in New Zealand, we all immigration queries are first handled by Mary, and if required, she checks with me or with Gisela, and then we will provide the advice required. So my apologies that we you tried to reach out a few times, and probably I was a bit unresponsive. So hey, look, like I said, not done intentionally. So sorry about that. But please text or call Mary, and we'll take it forward from there. All right, cool. There's a cat outside my window. Hmm. Nimisha Verma. Hmm. This is hard work, guys. This is not easy work. Okay. I also got uh, confirmation, Sonia, if you're still watching. So Sonia shares that you're already in touch with our client, sorry, with my colleague Valerie. And so if you could kindly please be in touch with her because I think she's been trying to reach you. So yeah, that'll be very cool. Thanks. Okay, Kevin, I also have an update from my team about your application, and it says this is actually an email that my colleague Navya, who is a team leader, she has pasted saying, this is actually what I'm reading out is actually a response from Ara, which says, Kiara Kevin, great news. Your application for graduate diploma in quantity surveying level 7 is progressing nicely. Right now, your application is here. Application for this great program need to go through some additional stages, including a review by the department, which looks after the program. Your application is with them now. They're committed to completing their review as quickly as possible. So we should be able to update you soon. Keep an eye out for text and email from us. All right. So Kevin, it's definitely progressing. So it has not stalled. It is just taking some time because quantity surveying is quite an interesting subject, and it is also in our long-term skill shortage area. So obviously they want to ensure that they're getting the right people into the program. So thanks for being patient, but we'll try and push this and get this done. So, all right, cool. Next one is Nimisha Verma. Good afternoon, sir. What about graduate diploma and applied management with specific specialization in sales and marketing in Welltech College? What is the scope of this course? I would say good, Nimisha. Hey, look, yeah, I mean, graduate applied management with specific specialized in sales and marketing in Welltech College. Yeah, Welltech is a good institution, by the way. It stands for Wellington Institute of Technology, obviously based in Wellington. And so the course itself is good. Specialization in sales and marketing. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hey, look, this world wouldn't go around and round if there were no sales and marketing people. So there's always a good demand for sales and marketing professionals. Quite a lot of our students who have done courses in business management have gone on to acquire careers in sales and marketing and related kind of profiles. So yeah, I think overall it's a good choice. Wellington is a good city, and New Zealand is increasingly becoming multicultural. So the gone are the days when it was that kind of monochromatic European kind of an out a fabric. It's changed quite a bit. So yeah, so obviously people from different backgrounds, from different diverse cultures are also sought to be inducted into the workforces of different organizations for their own requirement to be able to cater to a wider segment of society now. So yeah, absolutely. I think once you do your course and you get your, because you'll be studying outside Auckland and you'll be studying in Wellington, you would get a 2 year post-study work visa, which is a long enough time for you to be able to pick up a relevant course, job, and then work towards your residency. You have not mentioned whether you're working with AJV or not. If you're, so everything else looks good. Your course looks good. Your college looks good. Everything looks good. You have not mentioned whether you're not working, whether you're working with AJV or not. If you're not working with AJV, you need to rectify it immediately and become an AJV student, because there are a lot of advantages of coming to New Zealand and working with us, because we will be there to kind of walk the journey with you and ensure that things are going well for you. All right, cool. And hey, not just Nimisha, but all you guys and girls who are listening to this or will watch this later after it becomes a video and sits on my YouTube or Facebook. Yeah, so I just got confirmation from my colleague Sai, who is also a team leader, that Nimisha is not an AJV student. He has written it in big bold letters. So Nimisha, I'm going to also say it in big bold words. You have to become an AJV student. All right, cool. Just reach out to us. All right, Nimisha. Yeah, and all you got to do is, if you're based in India, just call us on that toll-free number, that 1-800-103-6525, and we will ensure that you're as we say here in New Zealand, we'll ensure that you're a happy chappy once you get here. Jagannath Savkar. Hello, Arun. Good evening. Good evening, Jagannath. This is Jagannath, and I'm a AJV student. Thank you very much. Can you please talk about the major difference between Category 1 and Category 2 institutions? During the job hunt, will there be any priorities by companies based on the institute's category? Thanks in advance. Hey, Jagannath, again, thank you so much for being an AJV student. Always a pleasure to talk to my own students. Really, I sit here week after week and keep doing these things mainly for you guys and girls, who are all AJV students. Everybody else is lucky that you get free information, but I really sit here to talk to my students like Jagannath and the others who come in and utilize this forum to be able to ask me questions directly, and I'm able to give one-on-one answers. Jagannath, absolutely no problem between a Category 1 and a Category 2 institution, especially from an employer perspective. They really wouldn't care. In fact, New Zealand employers really do not care about whether your degree is from Category 1 or Category 2, or whether it's from a university or an ITP, or, sure, it does carry a little bit of weight in certain areas, but frankly, the employer, because I've lived here for such a long time, I migrated to New Zealand in 2001, by the way, guys. So being here for a while, I think and behave and act more like a Kiwi now than my original origin from India. But so I we couldn't care less whether you're from Category 1 or Category 2. What matters to me as a prospective employer, or to anybody else who is a prospective employer, is whether you can sit across the table and express yourself clearly and state why your presence in my company is going to be beneficial to me. What are the skills you bring to the job? What's the attitude you bring to the job? What is the knowledge you bring to the job? Are you a team player? Are you well presented? Are you able to hold a good conversation? Can you talk authoritatively about your subject, whatever your subject is? That's really what matters in the 30, 40 minutes of an interaction, of an interview. So it all boils down to that interaction at interview. And you think an employer would be asking, are you from here? The employer wouldn't even know what the heck is a Category 1 or a Category 2 institution. So absolutely nothing to worry about, Jagannath. All right. So yeah, and Category 1 and Category 2, it's more from a New Zealand Qualifications Authority side of categorization, because sometimes when they do an audit and if they find a couple of things which could have been done better, then they're called a Category 2, but otherwise they call the Category 1. So yeah, that's the way it is. So it's got nothing to do absolutely with employers, nor will they be interested to know what category of institution you come from. All right, cool. Roy Smith, Kiora, good afternoon. If I got visa for graduate diploma course and want to change my course in college, then what are the changes? Please reply. Okay, Roy, you haven't mentioned whether you are one of my students, you're an AGV student or you're not. Because if you are an AGV student, I'd be very disappointed if you want to change your course and your college after you come to New Zealand, because I would expect my team and myself to be able to give you the right information and the right advice where it is all well informed and you know exactly what you're getting yourself into before you get on that plane, before prior to coming to New Zealand. But hey, look, technically it is possible. It's not like you cannot change your college or your course after you land in New Zealand. But my question is, why do you want to do that? If your choices were right, it's something that you've committed yourself to. You should be continuing with that. If you're coming here and then deciding to change it, I mean, obviously there is a bit of an issue in the way you were advised, or have you had to, string it all together. So I don't know why you're asking that question, and I hope you're not. I don't think you would be an AJV student, because would not expect you to ask that question if you were an AJV student. But if you are an AJV student, then I would say please have a chat with your advisor once again. If you're not an AJV student and that's the reason you're a bit confused, please get in touch with us. Give us a call. This is a life-changing decision for you. This is very, very important. You will need to ensure that you're getting into the right thing. And so, hey, look, give us a call. And like I said, our advice is free. We are not going to hound you. We are not going to pounce onto you. Just give us a call. We will talk to you and have a good, honest conversation. And if you're doing the wrong choices, we'll correct it at this stage and put you into the right one. If you're already in New Zealand and you still want to change, then I would strongly recommend that you give Mary a call on that number. Yeah, give her a call and discuss with her what is the course and college you got yourself into in New Zealand. And wait, but just looking for your number, I don't think you're still in New Zealand. So talk to my team in India, call that toll-free number 1-800-103-6525 and connect with one of my expert advisors, and we will examine to see why is it you're even thinking about this question. All right, cool. Nudge Allison. Hi, I'm from West Africa, Liberia, living in South Korea, but I wish to study in New Zealand. How can you help me? Hey, Nudge, how we can help you? We can help you by, first of all, telling you a very warm welcome to New Zealand. We love inviting international students into our country. International education is now our fourth or fifth largest industry. We are already a $5 billion plus industry, and it is growing significantly. Adds a lot of good revenue to our country. Plus, all of you from different parts of the world, you from Liberia and now living in South Korea, will bring in those fantastic cultural inputs into our society. So yeah, first and foremost, how we can help you is by telling you your decision is very right, and warm welcome to come to New Zealand, or how we say Maori Haere Maiki Aotearoa, which is welcome to New Zealand in the Maori language. And hey, what else can we do? We can engage with you and talk to you and put all the course options in front of you, college options, cost options, and career options in front of you. Once you like what we are suggesting, then we can, of course, get you your admission. And once the admission is done, we can also help you with your visa process. We have a super solid team of visa professionals. So, yeah, that's the way we can help you, in so many different ways. So, thanks for sharing your number, Nudge, and our team will get in touch with you. So, when one of them reaches out and contacts you, please converse with them, have an interaction, and share your details so that from our side, we can put forward some expert thoughts and opinions and choices, and then you can pick and choose which is the course, the college, the city, the career, so on and so forth. All right, thanks much, and I hope you're doing well in South Korea. Yeah, and I hope to see you here in New Zealand very, very soon. Cool. Next question. Venkata Krishna. What are the admission requirements for chef course? Okay, obviously you need to have some kind of a background, ideally some kind of a qualification, hopefully. But doesn't matter if you have never done anything before and your son now decided that this is your interest and you want to get into it. There isn't a whole lot of prerequisites per se for getting into a chef's course, but it'll help if there has been a certain interest for you in that particular field, and if you have kind of been experimenting with recipes, so on and so forth. So that's by and large what they look at. But like I said, it could also be somebody who's got absolutely, like, for instance, I've never thought of chefing as a career in my life, but for whatever reason I decide now that I want to become a chef. I think I probably would be able to get an admission into it because of the fact that I'll be able to explain very clearly in my statement of purpose why I want to get into this particular course and this particular thing. So that's really what the college is looking for. Is the college is looking for somebody with a genuine interest. Some amount of background would be useful, but not always. And the ability to explain clearly why you want to take up this particular course and give the confidence that you'll be able to pass, because obviously no college would want to take on students who will fail the course and then kind of bring a bad reputation to the college as well. So that's really what we're looking at, Venkata. So my team will get in touch with you. Thanks for sharing your number. And once they get in touch with you, they'll probably give you some more details, because I kind of gave a more generic kind of an answer. And of course, college to college, sometimes the entry requirements differ. So they'll put a few options in front of you and also tell you what's the kind of documents required and everything else. Based on that, we will take it forward from there. All right, cool. Harshdeep Singh, sir, I have a correspondence Bachelor of Arts with 48.5% marks and IELTS score is 6 band. So can I eligible for New Zealand study visa with level 7? Okay, Harshdeep, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly check if you plan to do a level 7. You need to have an academic score of 6 with no band score lower than 5.5. So that's the rule. So if you have a 6, but you have not mentioned whether it is what are your subsets. Is there anything that is less than 5.5? Then you might be in trouble. But if your overall is a 6 and everything else is a 5.5 in your reading, writing, speaking, and listening, then I think you should be good. Thanks for sharing your number. Our team will get in touch with you and gather more details about your IELTS, and then we will take it from there. All right, cool. Please respond to them when they reach out to you, Arsh, because we can't help you if you don't talk to us. So I mean, the simple thing is that you guys need to talk to us, and then we'll be able to help you back. All right. Osman Ali says, hello, sir. Could you give information about temporary entry, temporary visa details? Temporary visas is a big subject, Osman. I don't know which particular temporary entry you're looking at. So, because everything, students is temporary entry, work visas are temporary entry, visitor visas are temporary entry. So I don't know which particular one you're looking at. You got to be a bit more elaborate. All right. All right, looks like I'm also reaching the end of my session. My throat is definitely telling me I'm reaching the end of the session. So here we are. I'm going to take a couple of last questions and then wind it up for today. All right, cool. Tom Joseph, nice name, by the way. Tom Joseph. Sounds like Tom Cruise. Hi, Arun. I'm looking forward to do a graduate diploma in networking at MIT Auckland and to get a PR. And what is your opinion regarding this college and opportunity? Hi, Tom. Good institution, MIT, which is Manukau Institute of Technology. Very good institution. I have a lot of good friends there at very senior levels who work there, and the very, very good friends for many years now. And fantastic institution, one of our largest institutes of technology based in New Zealand, and it is very highly reputed. Has had excellent outcomes for its students. One of our largest schools, like I told you, owned and operated by the government of New Zealand, so no problem about the authenticity of the institution. A lot of our students are already studying there or have studied and graduated and now into jobs and residency and so on and so forth. So yeah, overall it's a good choice. And networking obviously is also a skill that's highly in demand uh, in New Zealand, because it comes under information technology, which is in our skill shortage area. I can potentially see you working for one of our broadband companies or one of our mobile phone companies like Vodafone and Spark and Skinny and few other companies that we have. In fact, where I live right now is a brand new suburb of Hamilton. So till recently they were still digging up and doing the fiber networking. So a lot of that is happening across New Zealand as well, where the fiber rollout is happening in a pretty big manner. So yeah, I think overall your chances would be good. Like I said, you will require some good support here locally in New Zealand. So please decide to work and work with AJV, because I would love to work with young, smart people like you and ensure that your progress is happening with the right advice at each and every step. And as I keep repeating myself to the point of sounding boring, the real story starts after you reach New Zealand. So do not come with the impression, oh, if I got my admission and visa, it's all done and dusted. Absolutely not, guys. It's only about 10% of the journey. The other 90% happens after you come to New Zealand. That is the reason you require a good coach like AJV team here, so that you guys are able to keep moving forward one step at a time. All right, cool, Tom. I hope to seeing you here in New Zealand and as an AJV student. All right. Last question from Drop Ocean. Is somebody who's already uh, in New Zealand and says, I'm about to complete my diploma level 7 in IT from Wintech, Hamilton. I would like to find a job in IT companies in New Zealand. I would love to settle in New Zealand. Do AJV help to find a job in IT company? Unfortunately, not for non-AJV students. Drop Ocean Drop. Don't know what is your real name, but unfortunately, we are not in a position to work with non-AJV students, and that's really the USP, the unique selling proposition of AJV, is that we stand by our students, and because of our commitment to them, sometimes unfortunately we are not able to work with other students. Drop Ocean, but if you do get a job and you want to find out whether you are eligible to apply for a resident visa, just get in touch with Mary at that number at the bottom, 0226052615, or send an email to immigrationadvisor@ajvglobal.com, and we can advise you about further questions. All right, cool. Okay, last question. My team has suggested that answer this question. It says Adil Muhammad. It says, "Hi Arun, I've been following you closely and the advices you have been providing. Really appreciate on the genuine advice and most importantly positivity. I may not be a student previously, but would certainly get in touch with AJB for further progress." All right. Hey Adil, thanks for that feedback. I appreciate that. And yeah, unfortunately, some of you guys and girls who land in New Zealand and then watch some of these broadcasts, or see some of our other videos and stuff, realize that you probably would have been better served if you came to New Zealand through HIV. But that's all right. It's all right. Not everything is meant to be sometimes. And so, if you guys are already in New Zealand and come to some other company, yeah, good for you. Happy for you. But if you need further ongoing advice, especially about further visas like work visas and resident visas, just get in touch with us. And as always, one more time, I'm going to share our contact details. If you guys are still outside New Zealand and you want advice, if you're based in India, call us on that toll-free number. If you're not based in India, just send us that an email with your contact details to info@ajvglobal.com, and we will call and get in touch with you. If you're already in New Zealand and you're looking for further immigration advice for work and resident visas, please get in touch with Mary, my colleague, my senior colleague, as well as licensed immigration advisor on that number, or just email immigration advisor at ajvglobal.com. Right, now is the time to ring the bell, which is my. Did you guys see what it says? It actually says ring for a drink. So that's the bell. Somebody gifted it to me, and I used to have it sitting in my bar, and my kids trouble me ringing it every time they think I want to drink. So thanks everybody. As always, a pleasure to sit here and talk about New Zealand. It's a pretty big passion for me, to be honest. I love this country and love promoting it to good quality people like all of you. So yeah, hey, that's the reason myself and my team, wonderful, wonderful team of people, are all here for, is to provide a good, honest, authentic information and back it up with professional services to help you to come to New Zealand and then make your entry in the right way and kind of go on your journey on the right professional manner as well. All right. So as always, big thank you for watching my videos and my live broadcast. Please share it with your family and friends. Tell them there's this guy in New Zealand, Hamilton, who comes on live broadcasts week after week and talks about New Zealand. Let's make a habit of listening to him, and maybe it will lead to creating a fantastic, beautiful future for you and your family in this lovely country we call New Zealand, or the land of the long white cloud, or Aotearoa. Thank you very much. Good night. Till the next time, Kakitiano.